Hello, this is my randomology, and today I have no idea what's going to happen. Loki Episode 2, The Variant. Alright, so I am so excited to see this. I don't want to spend too much time on this intro because I just want to get to actually watch this episode. But a lot of stuff happened last time. You know, we kind of got... the whole episode was kind of a recap of what the show was going to be about, which I did read that was one of the chief complaints that people had. But I think especially when you're dealing with a show or a movie that has to do with time travel, it's very important to get the rules down, and I think the last episode did a pretty good job of kind of explaining what's what. I still have questions though. This idea that the multiverse is just this one timeline. Does that mean that there are no alternate realities in this version of the Marvel universe? You know, is the Marvel Cinematic Universe its own thing? Is there? I don't know. That's the impression that I got. I'm also not entirely sure what those little yellow canisters that the TVA was dropping did. It looked like it had something to do with like resetting a timeline so that it didn't create a Nexus event. But yeah, no. Other than that, I think it was a pretty good job. But then there's also the biggest question, which I forgot to actually mention last episode, which was, we know that for the time being, the villain for this moment, as far as we know, is Loki. It's a variant of Loki. We're told it's a variant of Loki, but when we actually see this variant, we don't get to see the variant's face, which leads me to think, and a lot of other people have said the same thing, that there's something different about this variant. It's not just, you know, a clone of Loki. There's got to be something that's unique or special or shocking about this particular version of Loki. So I'm very curious to see if that's what's going to be something that's going to be revealed today. That's it. Let's get to the show. I want to see what happens.
Sometimes people like you veer off the path. We call those variants.
Naughty, naughty. Oh yeah, this kid got disintegrated.
The variant we're hunting is you.
Cue the song.
It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. 'Cause every now and then I kick the living shit out of me.
I did like the last episode a lot, but I do agree that it was a lot of information to kind of take in. It's a lot of setup, so I'm really looking forward to plot moving forward. Not that there wasn't plot in the last one. There was. A lot of stuff happened. I want more. Yeah, I was going to say, this is totally unfair. This is so not anywhere. Ye old red cup.
Let's move. Some of us need this, you know.
I need this too. Oh, so can they predict the Nexus before it happens? Or? No, they're going to use it. Yep. This might be a lot funnier if they hadn't just released the trailer for Masters of the Universe with this exact same song. Yeah, the variant's taking equipment from them. Yeah, the variant took some stuff from the ones in Oklahoma, and he took some stuff here. And he took a Minute Man. Minute Woman. Minute Person. This is such a Clockwork Orange theme song too. I love it.
Come on, Loki. What is it?
It's when the TVA can no longer reset a Nexus event. Okay? Boring.
There's been an attack. Let's go.
They just already have him working. This is like the Office MCU.
Because whoever this variant is, we haven't been able to find them. So let's bring in an expert.
So these are variants from like alternate universes. So that is a thing that exists. All right.
An audience with the timekeepers is on the table.
Keep that focus.
Carrot. Ooh, that's trippy.
Reset charges prune the affected radius of a branched timeline, allowing time to heal all its wounds. Which, by the way, sounds like a nice way of saying disintegrate everything in its vicinity.
I was wondering about that.
The variant's never taken a hostage before.
I don't think it's a hostage.
I see a scheme. And in that scheme, I see myself.
Big
We
brain
have a
time.
saying.
You remind me of them. The Time Variance Authority and the gods of Asgard, one and the same. Drunk with power.
Oh, these two got to throw down at some point in this
Those who
series.
underestimate.
The rules of time travel in this are very interesting. Okay, so we're actually going to see what this does. Okay. Resets everything, disintegrates it, prunes it. I love this like 80s, late 70s aesthetic for all the electronics and computers too.
And why do you get to keep all the trophies from my cases in here? You don't think I'd love having that roller skate there sprucing up my cubicle?
Because I approve the missions.
Ah, the heavenly bureaucracy.
The variant likes to stall for time, and eventually we'll catch the other one doing the same thing, because understanding this Loki helps me get closer to the one we're chasing.
Assuming they're close enough
I know
personality-wise.
Loki is an evil, lying scourge.
Eh, 2 out of 3, maybe? Nah, 3 out of 3.
And how are the old timekeepers?
Yeah, are we gonna get to see them?
I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I've been playing a game of my own all along.
What? Charm your way in front of the timekeepers, hustle them, and seize control of the TVA? Am I getting warm? A double cross by history's most reliable liar. A, because I see a scared little boy shivering in the cold, and you kind of feel bad for that ice runt.
That was cold. No pun intended. That was not supposed to be a joke. Oh, I got dizzy just looking at that. I don't do well with heights. They're very humble, the timekeepers. You know, like to keep a low profile.
Let me park you at this desk, and don't be afraid to really lean into this work. Here's a good trick for you. Pretend your life depends on it. I'm gonna get a snack.
That's kind of any job at this point. I don't know how I feel about the tiny screens. They look really cool, but I could not work with one again. Paperwork. Oh, he didn't see that in the little memory thing. That's actually really smart.
Well, here's a fun theory. You lure me out into the field, and then you stab me in the back. And that's a theory I don't want to test.
I never stab anyone in the back. That's such a boring
That tone.
I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
40 of them just in the MCU.
Now listen, I'm gonna watch the temp pad for any variance energy.
Okay.
Because we gotta be careful. If you're wrong, and there's a good chance you are, anything we do can create a huge branch.
Oh, Mobius.
You make even the end of the world sound boring. Listen.
He is way too giddy about this.
Okay.
Although it does, this is a chance for him to literally do almost anything he wants with zero consequences, if he's right.
How do we do? I don't believe it. Zero variance energy, no branching in the timeline.
TVA would never even know we were
Wall of Ash.
If it were me, this is where I would hide.
Do they actually sleep anywhere? Where do these people live? Or are they just like eternally at their desk?
A frost giant of Jotunheim.
And who raised you?
Odin of Asgard.
Odin, god of the heavens, Asgard, mystical realm beyond the stars, frost giants. Listen to
It's not
yourself.
the same. It's completely
No,
different.
it's not. Actually, it's exactly the same thing because
They're measuring metaphysical dicks.
Who you truly are.
I see. So, when they're finished, what happens then?
So are we. No more Nexus events, just order, and we meet in peace at the end of time.
This really does sound like two guys like just talking about some franchise or some fandom, like what exactly is going on, like what introducing the other to it.
I'm sure it does.
You see, I know something children don't.
What's that?
That no one bad is ever truly bad. And no one good is ever truly good.
I wrote a paper on that.
I can handle him. Trust me, this is where we get our guy.
You, I trust, but him?
This is where every instinct is telling me this is where we nail the variant.
We're in episode 2. I don't think so. Or if you do, there's something bigger out there.
Good enough for a face-to-face with the timekeepers?
I didn't say that. One step at a time. Just in case.
Absolutely not.
You're no fun. Oh boy. He's watching him. Yep. What do you got under that hood? Come on. Charge? Bomb? Oh, it's the time pad thing. All right. This is about 2 minutes away from turning into a horror movie. I love it. Oh, crap. Wait. Does the Loki move between people?
Me, I presume.
Please. If anyone's anyone, you're me.
She got the smile down. That's pretty good.
Enchantment is a clever trick. Cowardly. A bit amateurish, but clever.
Almost as cowardly as working for the TVA.
I'm working for me.
Oh, you really believe that, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, so it's not possessing, it's...
That they found a better
Okay.
version of me.
Hi, are you guys looking for the disaster shelter?
No.
Okay. Any reason you keep jumping?
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers. And, cards on the table. I could use a qualified lieutenant.
You got snapped by Thanos. I don't...
assume you mean me.
Not snapped, you know.
What say you?
I'm not interested in ruling the Time Variance Authority.
What is it? Okay. Wait. I didn't even know that. Okay, so she's okay. And how does she know how to find the timekeeper? She's like a foot soldier. Why would she have that information? I have questions.
I miss Randy.
Okay, so he's kicking the crap out of an Asgardian. There's something different about this Loki. Oh, come on, you took a beating from the Hulk. You're fine.
What do you want from me? What is this about?
I don't think he wants anything from you. That's kind of the point. Who are you?
What is
This isn't about you.
Right.
Where are they going?
That's not possible. Somebody just bombed the sacred timeline.
Well, there's the multiverse right there. Okay. All right, so now we have a bunch of alternate timelines. Okay, that was... I wanted action. There's the action right there. This just got way bigger than fighting a killer. The aesthetic of this show is so good. The aesthetic is very 70s and 60s, but some of the technology has this sort of like 1920s sci-fi look to it. Also blended in with like that cassette punk look. Think like the first two Alien movies. God, it's so good. All right, let's talk about it. That happened. Okay. I'd read that this show was going to be bigger and have a huge impact on the MCU, but I was not expecting that. Loki, lady, like let's call the variant Lady Loki. Lady Loki basically carpet bombing the timeline. Wow. Okay, so that answers another question that I had about how are these alternate timelines and things like that gonna work out. And I still have a question about where the other variant Lokis came from, but this definitely sets up a lot more stuff. We're still with the deconstruction of Loki, which I think is incredible. Loki's been with the MCU since, what is it, like 4 movies in? Fan favorite. And it's good that Hiddleston's getting a good chance to, really show off what he can do. That single tear when he read about Ragnarok was good. That is a skill right there. The fact that he managed to figure out where the variant was hiding was incredible too. How he was doing it too. I mean, he's clearly very smart. He figured out something the TVA had not been able to figure out on their own. So again, so many good things. Character's good. And that reveal of Lady Loki and what she was planning to do with those charges. I am very excited to see what these alternate timelines look like. Like, where did these bombs go? What did she do? It's very possible, I don't know how right I am in this, but it's very possible that this is setting up encounters with characters that we haven't seen in a while, maybe since Endgame. We may see alternate versions of some of the Avengers, or we may see glimpses of other characters that are coming up in other series. This would be a very ingenious way to bring back those performers. Characters that have died or characters that we haven't just seen in a long time. This is a good excuse to bring them back for some cameos, for one last little goodbye. I don't know. I have so many other theories right now. I have so many things kind of running through my head, but I love this. First episode, very good. This one, also good. Probably better, because we did get a lot more of that action that I wanted. We actually went out and did stuff. And like I said in the reaction for Woman in the Window, I like when the detective work actually involves paper. It reminds me of when I used to be an archivist, back in college. There's just something about actually holding something and being able to touch it as opposed to just looking at it on a screen. Yeah, I'm old-fashioned in that respect. I love Kindle. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's very convenient, but nothing beats paper. All right, so that was Loki episode 2. If you're watching this on Patreon, hey, you get it early. Everybody else, if you're watching this and you're not on Patreon, you're probably getting it a few days later. But if you look down there, there is a link where you can become a patron and support and keep the lights on. You will get access to early releases, polls, behind the scenes stuff, just a look at how this all gets made. You'll have a say in what happens. You'll be able to tell me what you want me to watch next. Make sure you also hit that button to like, subscribe, get signed up for notifications so that the next episode of Loki, when that becomes available to the public, you are right there. I have to wait another week to see what happens now. All right, that's all I got to say for this. This is probably coming out for everybody on Friday, so it's a new movie normally for everybody on Friday. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to follow on social media. Check out that Patreon. The bigger that Patreon audience gets, the more we can do with this. So I will see you all next time.